Hey guys, this is Stephanie Necessary with Daisy Clipper Farms here with a review of Watson Mill Bridge State Park, Equestrian Campground, and Trails. So, Watson Mill Bridge State Park is a state park in East Georgia. It's a little over 1,000 acres right outside of Commerce, Georgia. There are over 15 miles of trails here with equestrian campground and stables. So the bridge that you're seeing here was built in 1885 and is the longest remaining covered bridge in Georgia. It is really cool, but unfortunately you cannot ride your horses down to it or over it. However, I would highly recommend taking a detour down in your vehicle and making sure that you get to check it out in person while you're there, because it is definitely worth it. While we're talking about the bridge, it's really important if we're coming in with the trailer that you come in off of Highway 72, because you cannot pass over this bridge with a trailer and you will wind up in quite a pickle because it is not exactly trailer friendly turnaround on the other side of the bridge. So this is the day parking lot right off of 72. See, nice large area to camp your or to park your trailers. You got the trailhead over there for the green trail, which will lead you in. The white trail comes off of the campground itself. Mounting blocks, and as you can see, the bunkhouses and the bathhouse are right there. And you got 3 barns. This first one is a 6-stall barn. It has stalls 33, which is over here on the right hand side, over to 38. And then the other barn that's right here faces in the opposite direction. It's an 8-stall barn that starts with 39. And then there's another barn over to the far side, which I'll show you in just a second. Stalls are large, high-walled, matted, nice size, really well taken care of and maintained. Double latches, and you've got your water hooks. Okay. All right, so this is the other barn that's over to the side, and it starts with stall number 47 and is an 8-stall barn as well. Has its own manure pit over there to the side, and as you can see, they do provide everything that you need in order to clean your stalls. There's wash racks spread throughout, and then this is the exit to the campsites, and you can see that they have their dump station set up right there as well. And your trash bins. So after you come through the day ride lot, you'll see a sign that it tells you to the right for the Equestrian Campground, where you're passed between 2 of the barns, and it'll take you down into a big loop. There are campsites on both the perimeter and interior of the loop. Hang a right, and you can see both the log cabins and the bathhouse. Barns over to your right. And it swings around to exit this way. All of the sites are pretty consistent. This is site number 32. They're back-end sites, fairly large, wooded, shaded, which is great for the hot months. They all have water and electric, a fire ring with grill, and a picnic table as well. This is a shot of some of the interior loop sites. Site 31, 30, 29, 28 is a pull through, and then that's 27. And this is the White Trail head, which is closed due to a culvert washout right now, but it's normally open. This is site 22, which is also a pull through, and the closest proximity to the barn if you want to be near your horses. And then 23 is also a pull through. Both are right next to the camp host. This is right adjacent to the stables, and there are 3 group cabins. And then right beside that is the bathhouse slash laundry room area. We've got a really cool setup here because each of the bathrooms are individual. Super, super nice with a shower. If you don't have a Georgia State Park Pass, you will need to take care of the $5 parking fee and the trail fee. When you arrive, there is a fee schedule posted and a drop box in the day parking lot. So the trails at Watson Mill are barefoot friendly. They're a mix of sand, clay, some pine needle floors, a little bit of rooty areas, especially in some of the inclines, but overall extremely well maintained and very barefoot friendly. They're not strenuous. There are some moderate inclines, but nothing too hard at all. As you can see in this particular clip, a lot of the trails wind along a river, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It is important to note that while there is an awful lot of water on the trails here at Watson Mill, there are no creek crossings. Everything is done by culvert. So when you get the opportunity to water your horse, take advantage of it because you don't know the next time you'll actually be able to get down to the water. On the river, right where the orange and green trail meet, there is a fantastic picnic area that is very scenic. Several picnic tables, some nice hitching posts, and there is a water pump and buckets. They were working when we were there last June, but they were not working when we were there in March of 2024. So just water accordingly on the trail because you don't know if the pump's going to be in working order. Some other important things to note about the trail system at Watson Mill is that there are no bicycles or dogs allowed on the horse trail. There are also a very large deer population, and it's pretty unique because it's the only place I've ever ridden where I've encountered deer that do not flee. They just stop and stare at you and calmly watch you walk by, and you might see anywhere from 10 to 30 deer in a ride. There are several old home sites from the 1800s at the park as well. This one in particular that you're looking at is on the yellow trail right before it hits the black trail. The last thing that I think is really important to mention about the trails here are that they do have a large wild hog population. And some of our riders on our trip did run into a group of 25 to 30 hogs of varying sizes. The hogs did keep their distance, and when the riders yelled, they did flee and run. But there is a lot of evidence of rooting and other trail disturbances. The park rangers did say that they were currently trying to trap and remove them, but the hogs were consistently able to evade the traps. The park is very aware and is vigilantly trying to reduce the population, but I do think that it is important to note that there is a high likelihood that you would run into the hogs. Specifically, we saw the most activity on the Orange Trail down by the river. So all in all, we highly recommend a trip to Watson Mill Bridge State Park. The trails are extremely scenic, nice variety, beautiful riverside view, and the facilities themselves are well maintained. Everybody that we encountered were extremely nice, and rangers extremely helpful. It is definitely worth a trip.